Actually, start recording. Welcome, day one in Dubai. All right, I'm here for a mastermind, a business mastermind. I'm gonna be in a room with amazing people who have ideas to share of how we can grow the business and also to network, to meet people who are like-minded. But without even going into that, let me show you guys where we are. I'm gonna take you through my entire day. We arrived last night, middle of the day, but this is technically day one. So I'm gonna back up. Let me give you guys a bit of an apartment tour. And then we'll go into it, right? So nothing exciting. You have the main entrance there. Then we have the guest powder room on this side, right? Which again, no one uses. Then on this side, we have KK's room, right? It has an ensuite, 2 beds, and we have a view here of the marina, right? And you can see the palm, but I'll show you guys the view in a little bit. By far, this is the nicest Airbnb we've stayed at in Dubai, right? So with a little bit of money, you can do a bit better. And also the weather's amazing. Normally, like I'm not a big fan of the weather, but the weather's been amazing. Living room space, right? 2 glass tables with a mirror on there, comfortable chairs, an orchid. We have views here of the buildings, very metropolitan, beautiful at night. And let me show you guys here the kitchen. We have the island here with 2 chairs that you can sit on. We're not gonna host anybody, maybe someone comes through, right? But we wanted also, just in case we film videos with different people, to have a setting where we can film, right? And I like kitchens that have like a lot of lighting coming in, natural, very, very beautiful. So we have a gas stove here, microwave, fridge. That's a whole other story. And we have our dining table here, like naturally where we are watching some Mike Thurston. Always like a space like this. And then I think this is the money maker right here. Have a look. We have this balcony. Shows you where all the yachts are, the Dubai Marina, and then you can see part of the palm, and you have a direct view of Atlantis. Then this is where the magic happens, and you guys can see that I haven't, like this is just the reality. This is my room, right? This is the main bedroom, a little bit more spacious with a TV and 2 closets here. I didn't know it was motion censored. And we have my guest, well, the main ensuite here with a bathtub and a shower. And that is where we're gonna be. So, game plan for today. We want to film one more video. This place has a gym downstairs, pool downstairs, a bunch of things. But now we'll do a bit of work, respond to all the clients, and then we'll head over to Banus. But I'm going to take you guys throughout my entire day, unfiltered, unscripted, just showing you guys what we're up to. I'm also reading this research paper on a guy who did a fast for 382 days, right? So this person fasted, all he had was water and electrolytes. And this is how, right, how I'll do the research. And I'll read through this, I'll go through the documents, I'll read the research paper, like see how many times it's been cited, and use this in the videos if I find it helpful for you guys. So, yeah, like 382 days of fasting, and he had major complications. He was suffering with diabetes, multiple things, and they disappeared after fasting. But yeah, I'm gonna read on this research, so I don't have much to add at this moment, but I'm gonna read through all of this and then I'll tell you guys a bit about it in a video, potentially in the future. Cool. Cool. So what we have here, lean ground beef. Doesn't tell you what the macros are, but the way I can tell it's lean is you see minimal fat streaks, which is usually where the fat is. So if you see like a lot of fat, you can see it's really white, but this is lean ground beef, right? And here we have exactly 465 grams. In this, we have 450 grams, 450 grams, and we have, this one has a little bit more fat, right, at 362. So now, I'm just gonna spice them and then I'm gonna let it marinate because I want my beef to be flavorful. I say this to my clients all the time. You wanna make your food as enjoyable as possible, and the way you marinate and spice it will make it amazing. And also, when you're traveling, meal prep your proteins. problem. I'm just gonna open that like this. So I'm gonna start with this one here. I'm gonna remove this plastic. And these are the spices that I bought for Dubai. This one's called like a brine grill. Never go wrong with some pink Himalayan salt. This is a big game changer, beef taco spice. Amazing flavor. And I just got a little bit of marinade, right? What else do we have here? We have some black pepper and barbecue seasoning.
How's the product, man?
I like this one.
Yeah, we're getting demonetized, definitely.
I'm just checking if the spice is good. It's a bit sweet. Bless this meal with it. I'm just gonna separate it nicely. What I'm just gonna do is just poke a few more holes into it. And already, guys, like when I eat this, fire, so fire. It's so good. And that's it. Protein source secured. Like, let's say if I just wanted this for today, and these ones I'll have for tomorrow, but I'm gonna marinate them now so I don't need to worry, and I know my protein sources are taken care of. Cool. The next hour, I'm gonna be on here. I'm slowly gonna raise the incline to get my heart rate to 140 beats, and then I'm gonna maintain that there. But for my knees, for my ankles, to warm up my body, I'm not gonna go directly. So I'm just gonna toggle this thing here. It's gonna raise the incline nice and slow for me, and for my heart rate to adapt, and for my knees and joints also to be warm enough to sustain that heart rate. And then I'll be watching a Netflix series for the next hour. But we have that on there, and we should get about 6,000 steps. So we'll kick it off immediately. And we will continue the spicing of the foods, right? We have, again, some more of our Angus beef. And if you ever travel, it's the first thing you need to worry about. You can also get fish. Salmon is a fantastic protein source, and fish that you can do. What I did this time around is I got some shrimp, which is another fantastic protein source, high protein, very, very low fat. And let me finish prepping these. Wow. And then we're gonna add some water enhancer. If I eat this here, I will be so full and I'll be satisfied. I love meat. I don't know about you guys, but I love meat. And it doesn't just have to be red meat. It can be chicken, it can be fish, it can be cod. But this is the building block of any diet. Keto, paleo, warrior diet, carnivore diet. It's all generally high protein. Unless you have kidney issues, which most people don't, then you'll be fine eating this diet. Especially now that I'm on traveling, not holiday, while I'm traveling. It's just easier for my mental capacity. There's so many new stimuli. It's just easier for my brain to not have to think and just say, okay, Mike, just make sure you consume a lot of protein, and you'll notice you'll eat less of the other nonsense, even when you're eating out for dinner. So I'm gonna have this here as my main meal now that I'm breaking my fast. so good, and just lean meat. Watching a bit of Netflix. This is my favorite thing to do, is eat and watch something. Oppo caramel bowls, 20 calories each. It's like chocolate with ice cream in the middle. You see the smoke? Can you see it? Oh, so good. Come on! So good. 1.5 fats, 2 grams of carbs.
I will start like with this.
Incredible. So good. Just one more. We have a call. I'm just organizing with my team so we can be a bit more time efficient. Hey, Dr. Z. So, in about 5 minutes, I'm going to jump on a call with our 2 new clients. What I want to do is I'm going to process the investment with them. Right after I do that, I'll send you a message here on Slack to invite you to the call. People overcomplicate things way too much, and that's just how our brain is wired. We like to overthink, we like to do and think too much first before we start acting. So what happens is you go through an experience called analysis paralysis. So overall with your health and fitness, it is as simple as eat less and move more. So with me being here in Dubai and you watching this entire video, with your diet and what to eat, simplify it in the beginning and just say, you know what, I'm just gonna make sure that I'm eating all of my protein. And you guys saw me meal prepping my food. I just bought the protein sources and not stressing about having to track everything. And I know that it's very, very difficult to overeat the protein. So I made sure, and you saw that I just had the steaks, I ate that, and then slowly but surely I ate other foods to be able to make sure that I feel satiated. So that, with that being said, don't overthink the diet and stress yourself about, hey, is this too much fat in here? Is this too much carbs? And just ask yourself, am I eating healthily? Am I eating enough? And then the second question you should ask yourself is that if I am moving more, and that's something that I just see way too often. I read a lot of comments. I see, number one, a lot of people complaining, right? And when you do that, you're just basically telling yourself that I cannot do it versus figuring out, you know what? Let me see how I can try and see what options come up. So with this whole entire journey, number one, don't think, just do. And ask yourself with every meal, just be conscious and ask yourself, is this healthy? Am I doing a good job? And then the second thing is, okay, I need to move more. Am I moving enough? Maybe I should go on a walk. Let me go and explore a new city. Or let me just walk more on the treadmill instead of thinking, you know what, I need to do this hardcore cardio. It needs to be at max incline. I need to do high intensity interval training. We get way too distracted with the bells and whistles. But sometimes in the beginning, all you need is the basics. So I recommend for you guys that, look, first of all, just buy the foods you need. Make sure you hit your protein intake, and then say, you know what, let me go on walks and let me make sure that I'm hitting 10,000 steps. And if you don't, say, you know what, I'm gonna try and get as close to it as possible. And that's all that is going to require. But I'll leave the video here. Hopefully this is enough. But too many people are overcomplicating the health and fitness thing. Just make better decisions. And when you get to a point, then decide, okay, I wanna take it to the next level. Let me add more detail. And that's it.